Well, let's talk about 20 plus foods that heal disease and prevent disease in general. Foods that you probably already have around.
Dr. Paul Haider, Master Herbalist. Get healthy now.
Hi, Dr. Paul Haider, Master Herbalist here. Well, let's talk about a few things that will help to heal disease. These are foods that you probably have around already, and you want to use them to your best advantage to heal. And a lot of people, the American diet is so messed up. I'm telling you, we have so many problems with chronic disease going on. We really need to, start eating right. And a lot of these things will start disappearing. There's no doubt about it. And so one of the first ones I like to talk about is berries. Berries in general, as studies show that help to prevent completely Alzheimer's and dementia. And American Journal of Clinical Nutrition actually found it helped to reduce type 2, the possibility of coming down with type 2 diabetes, and also lots of other diseases too. And blueberries, raspberries, strawberries, all kinds of berries are really packed full of antioxidants, and that's what we really want to heal us. The more antioxidants we have, the more we prevent disease in general. We now know that in absolutely positively terms. So, the more we can eat wonderful things like strawberries and blueberries and elderberries, all kinds of things, they all help in general. Another great one is parsley. Parsley is wonderful for getting rid of pain. If you have pain, just blend up or juice some parsley. Make sure it's organic, of course. You don't want any chemicals in there. It has about 40 chemicals otherwise. And your pain will disappear like that. There's no doubt about it. I've talked about it before. So I highly recommend parsley. I don't care if it's a flat leaf, curly leaf, Italian parsley. It's all the same. And just put it in your blender, put it in your juicer, blend it up, drink it in the morning, and you'll see your pain will disappear. Another one is wonderful veggies. All kinds of veggies in general are wonderful healing, lots of antioxidants, and builds up our microbiome. This is all the probiotics, good bacteria, which we should have a huge amount, which is more than all the stars in the universe in our gut, of good bacteria. Every week I have 3 people come to me who have killed off all the good bacteria in their gut. But just eating veggies can feed the good bacteria and help the bad bacteria to kind of settle down into their place. And we actually also lose weight and get rid of the metabolic process that is going on, metabolic disease and all kinds of things. So eating vegetables is very, very important. Another one, which I class all by itself, is having a lot of things like kale, which is really good, and also spinach, which is in the same, wonderful area. I love this stuff. Kale is amazing. Making kale chips in the oven, really great. Kale's full of vitamins, minerals, beta-carotene, vitamin C, folate, iron, magnesium, carotenoids, phytochemicals of all kinds, and actually reduces the risk of diabetes and colon cancer, and on and on and on. So I highly recommend eating your kale, eating your spinach. Papaya had a thing going. It was really good. Also, fruit in general, all kinds. This morning we had papaya with banana and blueberries and goji berries on there, all kinds of wonderful berries. And fruit in general is really amazing. Also, sometimes we have pineapple. It just depends on what we have around. And also different types of berries in general. Full of antioxidants, helps to keep the cancer monster away. Lots of fiber, good for your microbiome. Full of lots of vitamin C also. And, we don't manufacture vitamin C. We have to go find it somewhere. And that's why we have this color vision. like dogs, they don't have color vision. They have, black and white. And so it's really important that we use that color vision. Scientists feel it was for us to be able to pick a good ripe fruit. And I think it's really true also. And I find, vitamin C keeps away scurvy, keeps away viruses and colds and flus and all kinds of things. So eat your fruit. It'll do your body good. I love mangoes. Mangoes are one of my favorite things. Absolutely, positively. Lots of fiber also. So really enjoy that any time of the day. Also, red beets, except in the evening. Stay away from the fruit just before bed. It's not going to let you sleep. Red beets are really great. I highly recommend red beets. I would usually cook about 4 or 5 of them at the beginning of the week, and I eat them throughout the week. They'll hold in the fridge for a week, and really great. Or you can juice them, and really good as a juice also. Actually dilates blood vessels, opens up the blood vessels with nitric oxide, also increases athletic performance so that you can do what you want to do every day. You see athletes drink a lot of beet juice. So if you want a superfood, the beets are in that class. There's no doubt about it. Also, one of my favorites is good old cabbage. Cabbage is a wonderful thing. Cabbage, cauliflower, broccoli, all the regular wonderful foods which have a lot of sulfur compounds in them. Really great for preventing cancer, preventing colon cancer, cancer in general. Great for gastric upsets. And if you take cabbage and juice it, in a juicer, not a blender, and then drink a little, 2 or 3, 4 ounce glass of that every day. It's pretty stiff stuff. That if you have gastric ulcers, it does a great job for gastric ulcers. I'm telling you. Also, raw potato juice really does a great job for healing gastric ulcers. So I would switch on and off with those two. Really good. Also, one of my favorites of all time is good old beans. And these are garbanzo beans, one of my favorite. I love those things. There's no doubt about that. And I highly recommend beans. Lowers your cholesterol, helps to balance blood sugar, has a lot of fiber which helps to make the microbiome, grow your good bacteria, which is important. And also, things like fava beans actually increase dopamine in the brain, so you are happier. And they also, if you increase some good bacteria in your gut, you increase serotonin in your brain also. So, wow, it's a win-win situation. And they will make you feel more satisfied than eating any type of animal product also. And so you'll feel more sustained for a longer period of time eating beans. And I just love them. I eat anywhere from 15 to 30 ounces of beans daily. So it's really important to me. I love beans. And I don't care what they are. My favorites are probably garbanzos, lentils, and black beans. But all kinds of beans. Pink beans we eat a lot here also. Kidney beans, all kinds of beans. So they're all great. Papaya. We had papaya this morning. My wife loves papaya, so we have it every single morning. In a papaya, 1 cup, I actually give you a full dose of vitamin C every morning, which is great. And papayas are wonderful. And also they have a lot of potassium, a lot of B vitamins in them, also vitamin A, vitamin E. Lots of great goodies in papaya. Also enzymes to help to break down your food and help protect the GI tract from cancers and all kinds of things. So papaya is right up there with me. That's number 9. Number 10, black beans. I separate black beans by themselves. Even in Brazil, in their food pyramid, they have a separate section for black beans because they are so healing and they are anti-inflammatory. These are the one bean which has a lot of anti-inflammatory compounds in it. I can take people who have gout and just put them on black beans and their gout disappears. Or they can just don't even have to eat the beans. They can just boil the water with the beans, and just drink the water that comes off the beans, and their inflammation goes away. Really great stuff. I'm telling you, black beans are a separate thing by themselves. In Mexico, Central America, South America, Caribbean, Cuba, all over, we eat a lot of beans. Even here on the island, we eat a lot of black beans also. Tomatoes. Tomatoes are one of my favorite things. I'm telling you, these are little cherry tomatoes here. One of the juiciest, sweetest things on earth. One of God's candies. I love the big ones also, but I love the little tiny ones. And the smaller, the more sweeter, they're great. Lots of lycopenes to keep away cancer. It helps with prostate disease. Really, really great. And I eat a ton of tomatoes, I'm telling you. They are really great for inflammation also. Sweet potatoes. Sweet potatoes are better than white potatoes. Help to prevent cancer. Heart disease also, lots of beta carotene in them, and very healing, and also low glycemic index, which is good for diabetics and that type of thing too. Sweet potatoes are great. Also, some grains. I love some grains. Actually, Dr. Esselstyn's talking about oatmeal in a special video he has out, talking about it, one of the most healing grains out there. And I love all the non-gluten grains. Quinoa, brown rice, red rice, black rice, buckwheat, sorghum, millet, oatmeal, fonio, which is a grain from northern Africa, kaniwa from Peru, Job's tears, which is from Asia, full of protein. And they all help with heart disease and preventing colon cancer, lowering cholesterol and triglycerides, and helping to balance blood sugar also. And we eat a lot of oatmeal, and oatmeal only has 4 parts per million of gluten, so it's really a gluten-free product, and really great stuff. Also, lowering that cholesterol, that's important. Lots of garlic. I think in another life I was Italian. And boosts up your immune system and keeps away colds and flus and helps with the viruses. Lots and lots of garlic. We make a garlic and mustard dressing, which is really great. Just like honey and mustard, you put garlic and mustard and a little bit of white vinegar, and a little bit, we use stevia in there, or you could use honey also, and mix that up, and it's really garlicky, I'm telling you. It's really good and very healing for the body. Garlic. Also, turmeric, number 15, one of our favorite foods. Helps to prevent cancer, helps with cancer in general, inflammation of all kinds. If you wake up in the morning all stove up and you have pain from arthritis, you want to take your good old turmeric. You can get it at the big box stores in the big powder jars, Take a teaspoon 3 or 4 times a week. Also, you can take it as capsules. I take 1,200 milligrams 3 or 4 times a week. Really great stuff. There's more articles coming out about turmeric every single day. Really great stuff. Seaweed, like kombu. People in like Okinawa live long lives, and they eat a lot of different types of seaweed. It has lots of different things in it, lots of trace minerals, which are important, and also lots of iodine, which are good for the thyroid, and balancing hormones in the body also. So if you want to live a long life, you want to eat some kombu seaweed. And also it helps with the beans. Also, if you put a little piece of kombu while you're cooking in the beans in there, it'll help get rid of the gas. So really great stuff. Also, mushrooms of all kinds are great. Mushrooms, I don't care what they are. Shiitake, lion's mane, Ganoderma. It could be just about chaga, just about any kind of mushroom. Even the wonderful little, porcini mushrooms, all kinds of different mushrooms that you can think of. Any kind of mushroom, even the white mushrooms that you get for putting in your salads, are really great. And they are all boost up your immune system and help with cancer, and things like turkey tail actually help with help a person who has cancer also. Really great stuff. That's number 17. Number 18, good old sauerkraut and kimchi. You know, my wonderful grandparents that lived in Indiana, in the cellar, they would have, during the wintertime, we'd have a big barrel of fermented pickles, big barrel of sauerkraut, big barrel of fermented apple butter, and on and on and on. And we'd eat a lot of that stuff. And if it was really, and during the summer, they eat the fresh vegetables with the fermented also. And so it's really important to have a lot of good fermented veggies around. And, sauerkraut has over 200 good species of bacteria, and kimchi over 400. So, wow, it is really something that everybody needs to eat. I recommend at least a couple tablespoons 2 or 3 times a week, and it will do your body good. And get the live ones. They have to be in the refrigerator section, or make your own sauerkraut. I have a video called Easy Way to Make Sauerkraut. You can look that up, and it's super simple. It really does a good job. Highly recommend sauerkraut and kimchi. I love kimchi also, but I don't make it. Takes too long, and it takes a lot of doing, and I'd rather go to support my local Asian market and get it there. Number 19, okra. Okra, wonderful stuff. I'm telling you, good for detoxing the liver, good for helping the kidneys. If you've got chronic kidney disease going on, you want to eat your okra. Also good for detoxing the whole body. Also really good for lowering blood sugar also, and lowering cholesterol, and help with the growth of probiotics in your gut. So if you want something that I highly, highly, highly recommend, recommend eating okra. Wow, really great stuff. Also, artichokes. Artichokes are really wonderful. I used to live in Monterey, which is in the area there. They got a ton, Monterey, California, a ton of artichokes. And you could buy the little tiny ones that you could, stir fry, up to the big, huge ones. And they are just wonderful, and full of lots of fiber, and also lower cholesterol, lower triglycerides, and help to prevent colon cancer and heart disease, and on and on and on. And I highly recommend it. Eating your artichokes. It's really good for you. Another thing, which is a food also, which is number 21. I'm going to the plus area now. The Chlorella. The Chlorella. This is a live algae which grows in fresh water, has 60 different nutrients, more proteins than a steak. Actually 50% proteins, whereas a steak only has 25. And all the essential, plus all the non-essential proteins, which you don't get in a steak. So it's really great stuff. All your vitamins, all your minerals, all your trace minerals, everything is in chlorella. Also your B12 also, and it's a must. There's no doubt about it. I take 3,000 milligrams every single day, and I highly recommend that you do the same. Chlorella is a wonder food, I'm telling you. Another thing I really like is carrots. Carrots are wonderful. Carrots are my snack all day long. I highly recommend them. Good for inflammation, even good for glaucoma. Helps with cancer and anti-inflammatory. Boosts up your immune system. Cleanses your liver. Now, also anti-aging. Lowers blood pressure. Helps with weight loss. Very low glycemic index. Helps with diabetes, prevents all kinds of things. It's antifungal, antibacterial, and about 650% of your daily needs of vitamin A. Wow. Wonderful, good old carrots. Highly recommend them. This is my go-to food. When I'm hungry, I'm eating a lot of carrots. Also, cucumbers, number 23. Highly, highly recommend cucumbers. If you want a good diuretic along with your cabbage, eat cucumbers. Also, they're cooling and soothing for the body, and I highly recommend cucumbers. Also, I recommend a couple things that seem to be coming up all the time now. eat slowly. I see people eating like it's going out of style. You know what I mean? I have to tell you, used to eat that way all the time, and now I kind of slowed myself down a bit, and you have less digestion problems, you feel better, you're more relaxed. You know, we're not going to a fire, you know. Well, you need to slow down. Chew your food at least 30, 40 times before you swallow it. If you go to a nice restaurant in Rome, they don't take all your food and blend it up. Here you go. Drink it down. No, you're there for 2 or 3 hours, even more sometimes. If you go to Madrid, in Spain, you go to a nice restaurant, you're there maybe till 9, till 12 or 1. It's a long experience where you really enjoy your food and you chew your food. And once we chew our food, we add amylase in there, which is in the mouth, that helps to start the first part of our digestion process. So it's really, really important. So, I see, people drinking their food all the time. I don't see that as a great thing. I think we need to slow down, take time to eat a leisurely long meal. So that's one thing I do love about Spain. Everything closes at lunchtime and everybody goes home, has a great meal. They have their big meal in the middle of the day and they eat slowly, enjoying family and that type of thing. Also Italy, in the same type of way also. So I highly recommend that. And so, slow down, enjoy your food, take time for the enjoyment of your food, and things will be better. There's no doubt about that. So if you want to get a hold of me and do a consultation, we can get you on the road to, healing all these chronic diseases. Had people heal of MS, had people heal of many people of diabetes, many people of lupus, many people of sickle cell anemia, putting all those things into remission. We can make a big change in your life in a great way. If you can name a disease, more than likely, a chronic disease, we can probably get rid of it. So give me a call. All my contact information is at the end of the video, or you can click on Show More, and it's right down below. I ask for a $50 donation, and that's an hour to an hour and a half consult. And also, I give you, out from my own heart, 1 year of support to help you get on the right road and the right track, to help you get into what you really want to do to being healthy. Also, remember to get a hold of my new book, Live a Cancer-Free Life. And you can Google that, Live a Cancer-Free Life. Live a Cancer-Free Life. And it will come up for sure. And, 3 out of 5, moving towards 4 out of 5 people are coming down with cancer. And you can just read that quick read, and we can prevent by 1,000%, lowering down your chances of coming down with cancer by 1,000%. So let's do that. You don't need to be a statistic. So remember to eat your fruits and veggies and all kinds of goodies, and you're going to be healthy. I promise. Remember, I love you, and remember God.